Hello, welcome to Season 2 of Better Than Yesterday. I'm Steve Calis. I'm thrilled to be able to introduce to you all Memnia Theodorou. Memnia, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for the invitation. It's nice to first see you in person and secondly, carry on from where we left off.
Memnia has been a guest on the Steve Calis show and one of my favourite ever episodes, and you told me about your sailing adventure and how it impacted you and how you're able to use those experiences to help other people, and it was amazing. So maybe you can tell people a little bit about yourself now and what we're going to be doing, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So as you said last time on the podcast, we spoke a little bit about this extreme life adventure that I took sailing from the UK to Australia, and this has opened my eyes and my whole world to so many new things, and I've been taking so many new adventures metaphorically as well ever since. And one of them was to kind of career transition from dentistry. I am a dentist and I still practice dentistry, but I moved on to more well-being matters, and I joined this sailing adventure because I was in a rough spot in my life, and it helped me overcome a lot of issues that I was facing, the darkness that I was facing. So then I became passionate about how to help others to navigate through adversity and build a healthier and a happier mindset. So this led me to studying positive psychology. I've gained my master's in applied positive psychology and coaching psychology, and I'm an accredited coach by the European Mentoring and Coaching Council. So in this series, and thank you for the invitation, I'm hoping to touch a few themes around building a healthier mindset, building a stronger mindset, improving one's life, all that sort of lovely stuff.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really excited to hear because you've already got a plan of what you want to talk about each episode, and where this season will be a little bit different. Whereas last season, Tom and I, it was a little bit more of a sort of conversational format, but because of the sort of distance between us, when you live in the corner of the UK, Cyprus
and the UK.
Cyprus and Cornwall.
Yes, I split my life between Cyprus and the UK. Yes.
Hey, that's two lovely places to split your life between, isn't it?
Yes.
That's good. And so instead, what you'll be delivering for us is essentially lessons, and you'll be. I'm going to disappear from the scene. I'll appear in a couple of minutes at the beginning of the episodes, and then it's all yours. And I want people to know that this is really going to help. Memnia is a lovely, lovely communicator, and she's got a lot to teach us. So do you want to go over sort of what the topics are? Like, what are we going to be covering over the course of, how many episodes is it? 6, 7?
So I've put together 6 episodes, and I've picked some themes around change and building this stronger, healthier mindset. So I'm hoping that it will definitely help people. So if you want me, I can run through a little bit the topics.
Yeah, lay it on me, yeah.
So I thought we will start with talking about change. Can people change? Do they change? How do they change? So before we even go about talking how people can change, I thought let's address the big elephant in the room. Can people change? Can they improve their lives and their mindset? So it's all going to be around some models from psychology, models of change. So we're going to talk about the process of change. So let's start off with that people... Well, I don't want to give it off, but anyway. The second topic I thought we'll go ahead with was about small tips for a happier mindset. So this is going to bring in some valid some valid exercises from positive psychology that people can take away with and they can practice. And these things are not just off the top of my head. I've not created them. They've been tested through psychological analysis, so they do work. Not every one of them will work for everyone, so people can trial and error, but they are valid and tested methods that people can use to improve their mindset. So that will be the second episode. Then as a third episode, I thought let's talk a little bit about stress management. Stress is a huge part of our lives. I think COVID has perhaps made it a little bit worse. Yeah. So I thought let's address another elephant in the room, and how do we better cope with stress? So again, it's going to be valid methods that from psychology, from positive psychology, from coaching, and perhaps I can share some individual tips as well that I've learned, but it's all going to be about stress management.
Cool.
The fourth topic is going to be about goal setting and mental health. So a lot of people do not know that actually setting goals can improve your mental health. They just think that, oh, let's just set some goals and just go and achieve some things, but it's not like that. It's actually linked with well-being. So we're going to talk about that, how they're linked, and we're going to talk about some ways of better setting goals and better achieving goals, so they're not too big and they're not too small, and how to find the optimal balance for you. Then I thought, let's move on to some more deep psychology things like cognitive distortions. And I don't expect the audience to necessarily know what they are, but essentially they are unhelpful patterns of thinking. So what they are categories of them in psychology. So we're going to learn what these cognitive distortions are, which are the ones that trouble you the most, and what can you do to overcome these negative patterns of thinking. And lastly, the last topic that I thought it was about playing on your strengths. So the backbone of positive psychology is working with people's strengths. We very often focus on what doesn't work right with us, or we look at our negatives and our flaws much more than we look at our positives. But actually there is research that suggests that if we look at our strengths and play with our strengths and on our strengths, then we lead a happier life. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then that will be a wrap for this season.
Hey, well, I'm excited. I mean, I said to you before we started recording, now my dream for this series in general, and all of the Better Than Yesterday seasons that we do, is that people have access. They can go to the Spotify feed or our website, and they have access to, they can say, oh, I'm really struggling with this at the moment, and then somewhere along that feed there will be access to information that can help them. So I'm grateful that you've put this this sort of course together. I mean, it sounds great. I'm really excited. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you said there where I think, oh, bloody hell, that'd be useful for me as well. So I can also benefit from it. So
yes, I hope a lot of people will benefit, and that it will leave them with some tangible tricks to take away with and start working with immediately. And even if they improve one little bit in their lives, I'm sure they will see great results.
If you do want to get in contact with either of us, you can reach Memnia on Facebook and Instagram. And how do people get hold of you?
Yes, so my website is memniatheodorou.com. It's a difficult name. We'll link it in the notes. My Facebook page is Dr. Memnia Theodorou, motivational speaker and coach. Obviously Instagram, Memnia Theodorou, LinkedIn, same. So yeah. And
we also have a Better Than Yesterday Instagram, which is at BTYpod, and then you'll be able to find all of the snippets from episodes on there and from our previous season as well. That's all in one sort of place. And you can find me at Calis Media, that's the production company producing these shows. And Memnia, is there anything else you want people to know before they dive straight into episode 1 from here?
No, just take a comfortable seat, maybe take a notepad and go on.
Yeah, hey, great. So thank you for listening, everybody, and we'll see you soon.